Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to the KP show. We are here with our predictions for the Champions Trophy 2025 squad for Team India. Pratik, without any further delay, let's jump straight into the squad. Who are your openers?
Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. Golden combination from the World Cup. Why means I see no reason to change it.
Definitely. And what about Yashasvi Jaiswal? Has he not impressed you enough to make his way slightly into the squad at least?
Yeah, as a backup opener, yes. But currently, or and what Shubman has achieved in the ODI format, I think he has to be given a long rope because yeah, Shubman averages somewhere near 60, and the matches are in Asia. So I don't see any reason of dropping him from his favorite opening spot in the ODIs.
Mhm. I think I'm also of the similar mindset, but I'm just willing to see how Gil does. I'm not really a person who would, mix different formats together. Red ball form is whatever it is. In white ball, I'm banging on Rohit Sharma to come good. Of course, there is no question that he's going to be the captain and will be one of the openers. And same with Shubman Gill as well. But just that, I would like to keep Shubman Gill on his toes with a picking of Yashasvi Jaiswal. So from what I'm hearing, Rohit, Virat, and Rahul might be given some rest from the England series. So I would like to see Yashasvi opening with Gill in all three games. Of course, even in Champions Trophy, I would start with Gill unless he looks extremely clueless in these games. But yeah, depending on how he goes in the first couple of games, I would see if we have to persist with Gill or continue with Jaiswal.
I mean, this is a very weird thing to say, but you declared Gill as your vice captain across formats in the last ODI series when Gambhir was appointed the head coach. We questioned that time means why did you make such a decision? You let go of Hardik Pandya, who was your white ball vice captain in both the formats till the World Cup, till he got out with that injury. Then in red ball, also he was declared the vice captain, right? Then some things happen. The Australia series doesn't go very well for him, and suddenly you don't see him anywhere. Now there are a lot of trends on Twitter that he should be dropped. Someone like a Yashashvi should come in, or Rituraj Gaikwad, or maybe any n number of players are. Then I heard Krish Shrikant saying that Shubman is a very overrated player. Badrinath saying that if he was from Tamil Nadu, he should have been dropped. He would have been dropped after 2 games. All these things. I mean, that guy was in the form of his life till the dengue. If you remember, he didn't play the first game against Australia in Chennai because he caught dengue. And even after that, he regained his fitness and at least his playing fitness, and he came out to play in the third game against Pakistan, which was barely a week away from after that Australia match. That was also not confirmed till the toss that he is going to play or not. So, okay, whatever happened, he looked in good touch. In patches, he looked in good touch in the World Cup. Because if you remember, even Anil Kumble said before the World Cup that this is going to be Shubman Gill's World Cup. And he was in that kind of form. He was so good in the Asia Cup as well, scored 100 against Bangladesh when the entire top six crumbled. So I think he should be given some leverage.
Definitely agree on that, and that's why Shubman Gill should be the starter for the Champions Trophy. I mean, that's for sure, and I think we agree on our openers: Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill as our primary openers, with Yashasvi as the backup. So let's move on to the coveted number four slot, or rather number three. Virat Kohli, of course, will be there
Virat
in my
Kohli walks
opinion.
in without any question.
Yeah.
So I
So
don't
so
see.
let's move. Let's proceed to the number four spot. I think this has been the point of debate for a long time till 2019. I think we made the mistake of not picking Shreyas Iyer even then, which was rectified in 2023, and we saw the results. 500 plus runs from a number four, something which we hadn't seen in a very long time. I think
And
he should be an automatic pick for me.
definitely, he is the automatic pick in this 11. If you ask me, who is the first player on your 11 after Bumrah at this point of time in ODI cricket? It has to be Shreyas Iyer. 566 runs, I think he scored with 200s and 250s. And the 100 against New Zealand, who are our arch nemesis in knockout games, if you know. He came out and he just went all guns blazing. Some 67 balls he took for that 100 at 1 KD in the semi final. That entirely changed the game. That propelled the score from 350 to 397, which was out of reach. And even Pat Cummins and I think Andrew McDonald as well, or Daniel Vittori, any of the two, they said that the longest planning sessions we had after seeing the pitch was for Shreyas Iyer. Because we knew if this guy gets in for 5-10 overs, he's going to steamroll against our bowling lineup on this wicket because he can hit sixes at his will against the spinners and the slower bowlers. And we knew
Definitely.
what happened in that final. And I think Shreyas Iyer is an automatic pick. And another thing I'd like to emphasize on here is please, 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 Gautam Gambhir, do not change the batting order, at least till number
Oh,
4. Please don't
100%.
do that
100% agreed
because
on that.
because Shreyas Iyer played all the three games in Sri Lanka series. He batted 5, 6, and 8. Can you imagine? For no good reason, and we lost all the games.
Yeah, I
Please do
mean,
not do that.
top four should be stable. Completely agreed on that. And I think those three games, India took Sri Lanka too lightly and tried to experiment a lot. Of course, that should not happen in the championship, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. But there should not be any questions about Shreyas Iyer in my books. Also, because he has been in a very good form recently, also if you see in domestic cricket as well. So I think it's very important for us, for the Indian team as a whole, to value somebody who has added so much to the team. Whatever controversy that happened with his contract and everything last year, I think last year Jan during the England series,
During England
I think
series, yeah.
yeah, those things should be kept behind, and Shreyas Iyer should be in slotting in at number 4. So moving on, number 5. Again, this is the slot for the wicket keeper. So plenty of options floating around. Three we have uh, on top, which are KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, and Sanju Samson. Who is your pick and why?
Uh, Personally, if you ask me, given the recent run of form, I'd go with Sanju Samson. Also, Gautam Gambhir is known to be a great admirer of Sanju Samson. If you have seen his past interviews, at least in the last 4 or 5 years, he even went on to say in one interview that Sanju Samson is the best batter in the world. I think it was 2020 or 21 season, any of those. So I think, and also he has been in brilliant form. He scored 100 back in South Africa in ODIs, and again 200s in South Africa in your T20I series, like 2 months back. So he has been in brilliant form, and I think can be given means he should be at least a part of the squad. And as you are saying, KL Rahul is not there for that ODI series against England. I think he should be the first choice at least in the England series. After that, we may decide. And KL Rahul, I think he will retain his spot because he was the keeper in the World Cup as well as after that in the Sri Lanka series. And Rishabh Pant, I don't want to be harsh on him, but I think he misses out in my books. Given because he was long away from the game. That's why, not anything about his talent or his performances here.
Yeah, I think definitely similar opinion I also have. Samson should have gotten the edge because of his latest performances. I'll tell you what, I feel this is how it's going to be. KL Rahul for sure is going to retain his number 5 slot. Again, Gambhir is a very impatient man. So if KL Rahul doesn't perform in one or two games in the Champions Trophy, he might very well be replaced by a Pant or Samson. We never know. So let's talk about the other option. So definitely we are going to have a backup keeper and a backup middle order batsman as well. One of Pant or Sanju Samson is definitely going. Uh, if you look at, not much cricket has been played by these guys in UAE. In ODIs, so they have not played a single game. In T20, whatever they've played is in IPL. So in Dubai, Rishabh Pant has a better record, but marginally better record. Not too big of a record. which could, completely eliminate Sanju's possibility from the squad. Again, as you mentioned, Pant has been away from the game for a long time. That also matters. So keeping all this in mind, just because Pant is a lefty, maybe he would get the nod ahead. Again, that would also depend on the England series. If I were selecting the squad, I would purely look at how Pant and Sanju are batting in the England series. Based on that, whoever is in
But
better
there
form
also you
kind of
can only play one of them, right? But there also you can play only one of them. How will you bat both of them?
hmm.
Because that is
Maybe
also a
Shreyas
problem.
Iyer gets pushed to three again. That messes
Because
up with
Virat
his
Kohli is
batting
not
order.
there.
Yeah.
That can happen because they did that in the Australia series before the World Cup. That can be a
Hmm.
case. I mean, they can go with it. That is a good combination. Number six, no questions, Hardik Pandya. No
Number six.
questions asked.
I mean, I was surprised to see the reports that Hardik Pandya. There are some questions on Hardik Pandya for him to retain a place, just because he hadn't played any ODI cricket after getting injured in the Bangladesh game in the World Cup.
India has only not played. What will Hardik Pandya do?
India
I
has
mean,
played
when he
6 games,
regained,
but Hardik was unavailable for the South Africa series. He was available for the Sri Lanka series, but I think he was given a break for
yeah,
whatever
because
personal
of
reasons
his
he had.
personal issues, yeah, that is fine,
Hmm.
right? He was your
Yeah,
vice captain, and we clearly know how important a player he is in your system. England never benched Ben Stokes. So, Australia never benched Shane Watson. Africa never benched a Lance Klusener or a Jack Callis. Why are we even thinking of benching Hardik Pandya? If after
I am
getting a all-rounder
thinking,
like him after so many years, why do we even
you
think in
know,
that direction?
I'm someone who comes from a background of writing sports articles, so I sympathize with whoever wrote those articles. But I mean, why? I mean, was it ever a question that Hardik Pandya would not make it into the 11?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
barring
don't know
his
how.
fitness, it shouldn't even be a question. And
He,
whoever wrote the article,
he's pretty much
I
fit.
mean, they
He
shouldn't have
played
written it.
almost all the games in the Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy. I think Baroda came till the semi-final when they were eliminated
Yeah.
by Mumbai. Then or MP, one of the two. Then I think he has played all the games in the Vijay Hazare Trophy so far. I mean, what else does he need to prove his fitness?
Before that, this was before he played the Vijay Hazare trophies. These reports
No,
were back then.
yeah.
So so that's why the reports were as such that he was being forced by BCCI to prove his fitness in Vijay Hazare Trophy. I don't know how that was going to work
I
out, but
mean,
whatever it is, thank God it's all over, and now it's we are there with Hardik Pandya in the 11. So that wraps up six. Now moving to number seven. This is again something which is very debatable. Akshar or Jadeja? Who will be our spin bowling all rounder? I'm going with Akshar.
I'm
I'll
also
let
going
you
with
talk.
Akshar. Given the batting prowess he has showed in the last 3 years, I mean, I don't see any reason why he is not starting in all the three formats. We won us the World Cup, man. The T20 World Cup without his 47 or 48 in 30 balls, we could not have won it. He changed the gears. He hit Rabada for a six, hit Janssen all across the place, and I don't see any reason why he is not a part of the team and why even we are asking these kind of questions that why Akshar or Jadeja. He bowled
I
brilliantly
think
as well, barring the final. Barring the
I
final
think
when Klaasen took him down.
Jadeja's experience
Hmm.
is something that keeps him in the
Yeah,
because mind you, if I don't know if they are going to have a compromise and have both Akshar and Jadeja in the 11, then that's a
no,
different issue. But
no, that
if
can't
they are
happen. That can't happen because in ODIs, if you are not going with a wrist spinner, two left arm spinners, with a batting someone when we are playing someone against New Zealand or even a Pakistan, they have a lot of lefties. In the top order, they have two. I think Imam and Fakar. Then they have in the middle, or also they have lefties. Same with New Zealand, and both of them are in our group. So you are going to be in trouble if you pick two
yeah,
lefty spinners. And in Dubai, if you are chasing, if by chance you lose the toss and you are the one defending, you know what happens after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. You very well know the
exactly,
things. So that is a
exactly.
suicidal move, in my opinion.
I mean, I agree with that, and that's why. And the problem with this is you will have only one left-arm bowling all-rounder, which should be Akshar Patel, considering his performance and everything. Jadeja's batting, let's be honest, hasn't been good in ODI cricket in a long time. Let's say in any format, not just ODI cricket. I think he has played a couple of knocks, good knocks here and there, but overall it hasn't been good enough. And at number seven, you need a good batting all-rounder. I think Akshar should be there.
Yeah,
So
and for the
and
batting,
since Akshar is there, Jadeja will not even be part of the squad. That is something we have to keep in mind
yeah, that
because
is
you
for
cannot
sure.
carry so many
Because we
players.
have to now see. I think it's high time that we move ahead. Jadeja's
Hmm.
last good batting performance I remember is that New Zealand game at Dharamshala where he stood his ground with Virat Kohli. Apart from
Yeah,
that, I don't remember anything valuable from Jadeja as a batsman in the white ball in last 2 years at least.
yeah. So again, why we are saying Jadeja might not have a spot in the squad is something that we'll discuss later also because of the squad composition. So let's move on. Number eight. Number eight, I believe, would be Washington Sundar because, as you already mentioned, too many left-handers in our first two out of three opponents, basically in the group stage of Champions Trophy. So I think an off-spinner would come in handy. Plus, he bats as well. So
In fact, the third
solid number
opponent
eight.
is Bangladesh, right? Bangladesh is our
Hmm.
third opponent. Bangladesh has four or five left-handers. Shakib, Shanto,
So
all of them are lefties. So I think
so
Washington
naturally,
is naturally walks in. Even he has higher chances that he will bat seven, and Akshar might not find a spot if
hmm,
if we are playing these opponents. But
but
Washington,
I think
mind you,
Akshar should be there.
but Washington has disappointed a lot in this BGT. I mean, he wasn't given the ball that much, but whatever bowling he did was didn't have any impact, in my opinion. His
Yeah,
lengths were very flat. Not sure. He didn't means the problem is he's so tall and Australia provides the maximum bounce, and you could not make use of this. That is bit sad
yeah,
on his part.
that's quite unfortunate. But yeah, let's hope it he comes good in white ball because in white ball he has proved to be a very good commodity. And I think the 2020 IPL he was with RCB and he did well in the power play overs in the UAE IPL.
Yeah.
So let's see if he comes good
That
here also.
entire IPL was in UAE only, 2020.
Yeah.
Washington Sundar was
Okay.
good. Number nine. So you go with two
Kuldeep.
pacers or three pacers? How
I
do you want
think
to go in?
I
Because
would
Hardik Pandya is there.
so so for me the combination goes in slightly differently. So Kuldeep or Varun Chakravarti. If Kuldeep is injured, I think they are going to go with Varun Chakravarti. Injured in the sense, I think he's still recovering from a surgery. Not sure if he's 100% as the reports say.
Yeah, he had a
If
groin
he's
surgery.
100%, of course, yeah, if he is in, then Kuldeep definitely plays. And as you mentioned, one of Akshar Patel or Washington Sundar, depending on the opposition, has to sit out for an extra pacer. If the conditions are that good for pacers and you need four pacers, only then that happens. Otherwise, three spinner, two pacer combination along with a Hardik Pandya is something that we should go in with. That would be preferable for me also.
So if
So
you play Kuldeep
let's
in
move on.
this, so if you play
Kuldeep or
Kuldeep,
Varun Chakravarti if Kuldeep is injured.
any one of them if plays, then who are the two pacers? One is Bumrah definitely, and the other one is
Bumrah and
Shami. Shami, right?
I think it's a bit
Shami is
tricky for me.
cleared. I
I
think
would go
Shami
with
is
Siraj.
cleared. I think Shami is
I would
cleared to
still
play.
go with Siraj.
Uh,
I mean, it's very unfair against Shami Bhai considering the World Cup that he had. But I'm thinking of it this way: whoever bowls with Bumrah has to bowl with the new ball. And Shami, as good as he is, with the new ball, I saw him struggle slightly. And also, I'm looking at death bowling as well because the other pacer, whoever is with Bumrah, has to
I
bowl
mean,
at the death also.
Shami, there is no comparison of death bowling between Shami and Siraj, mind you. Shami has
No, no,
just three fast
In
opponents.
UAE, Siraj has. Uh-huh.
No, not even in UAE, I'll tell you. Remember, there was a game of a double super over in Dubai itself. Who bowled those overs? Who brought Punjab Kings back into the game? That was Shami there. Under extreme amount of due, right? He
Yeah,
defended
yeah.
even six
I mean,
runs against Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock in those conditions. So that you cannot challenge the caliber of Shami there. And
no, not really.
also one more thing. You went to Lucknow, right, to watch that England game. You after 6 overs only he came in, right, to bowl. And you know what happened there when the ball was seeming under the lights. So how can you even question that thing? How can you even forget those
No, no.
performances?
No, no, I'm not. I'm not forgetting those performances. That's why I said it's very tough for me to pick between the two. But I felt that Siraj is somebody who handles the new ball slightly better than Shami. And also, I'm considering this that if you remember the IPL 2020, that was the re-emergence of Siraj as a bowler. The IPL that he had in 2019 was absolutely forgettable. His reinvention happened when the IPL went to UAE, and he was phenomenal. I think he had a six economy or something like that, and his pressure let the other guys pick up wickets. So that's what I remember from that IPL, and also even in 2021 he was absolutely phenomenal in the death, which helped Harshal Patel pick up those 30-40 wickets in the IPL. So considering those things, and Shami in 2023 World Cup was a different beast altogether. But in general, if you
Not
see,
even
he
not
was
even
he
in
was never our
2020.
preferred death bowler. So
Yeah,
that's
that is
something.
fine. But what I am saying is, with the new ball, see, suppose with the two pacer theory we are going, then even Hardik Pandya can handle the new ball because he prefers bowling there. In the recent times, in the last 2 years, if you see, he loves bowling in the power play. So 3 overs, he can also adjust if you want. He can also swing the ball
Yeah,
both the ways.
if
He can do that task. Given what Shami brings onto the table in the wicket taking aspect, there is no comparison. There is
agreed
absolutely
on
no
that.
comparison with anyone. Only I think Mitchell Stark has better strike rate than him, or maybe not. Now after the World Cup, I don't think Mitchell Stark also has better strike rate in ODIs than Mohammad Shami. So
Hmm.
Shami is a complete different beast when it comes to ODI cricket. So for me,
I mean,
Shami
definitely.
starts.
For me, Siraj starts. I mean, it depends on if again both have to be fit. I think for Siraj, he has bowled a lot over the last couple of years. He at least needs to get some rest, and I think we have to just look at how his rhythm is. Shami Bhai, I think he has already shown his fitness in BHT as well, Vijay Hazare Trophy, and of course, inside Mushtaq Ali was bowling well. So let's see what happens there. Either of them is a great pick, in my opinion. It doesn't matter who plays, we will do good with that. So let's talk about a few other replacements. Let's say, what if Bumrah is injured? So, Shami Siraj, that
If
combination.
Bumrah is injured, you are anyways not going to do much. No matter whom you play, where you play, how you play. It's a
I
complete
think
see. What happened? Everyone was there in the 22 T20 World Cup, right? So we know that Bumrah and the kind of form he is in, I think he's the best player right now in world cricket.
he is. He is,
So if
but I
you
think
can't
we
replace
we
him
should not
directly,
we cannot replace him, but we have to think about what our 11 will be, right? Without Bumrah also, we cannot help it. If he's not cleared in time to play for the Champions Trophy, it's not like
then
we're going to withdraw.
then in
So
that case Prasidh Krishna will walk in because he was your fourth seamer in the World Cup. Means if you remember, he was your fourth seamer. He walks in automatically. He should be the automatic
nah,
pick
I think,
because he is fit now. He is fit now. He bowled well in Australia. I mean, what else?
but I think Arshdeep is going to walk in because Prasidh Krishna, although he was our fourth seamer for the World Cup 2023, Arshdeep was our regular seamer after that. If you look at the South Africa
No,
series, Arshdeep was the one.
we only played six ODIs. I'm telling you, you have been playing Prasidh Krishna regularly from 2021 England series when that new stadium, when those three games happened in Pune, if you remember. From there on, you were playing him. A stress fracture happened to him. He went away from the game. Then you again brought him back. He was in your squad. He was in your probables. Everything was fine. Now, when your senior players are walking away, then how do you maintain your pecking order? Right? If you are saying that Rishabh Pant has an edge over Sanju Samson, then in the same way, Prasidh Krishna has an edge over everyone apart from Shami, Siraj, and Bumrah. He's the number fourth. Then how do you means
No,
I don't see different rules for different player here. I am not in support of that.
it is. I'm not in support of that either, but we have been seeing different rules for different players. So just that, because from a skill perspective, I think Arshdeep in white ball is vastly skilled. And talk about death bowling, talk about power play bowling. He's a complete bowler in my opinion, and also a lefty at that. So that also gives an added advantage. So I think Arshdeep will be somebody who will be there in the squad at least as a fourth seamer. And if Bumrah is not available, of course, huge problem for us. I mean, yeah, we will be screwed to put it lightly if Bumrah is not there. But anyways, so let's talk
But
about the 11 as a whole that we constructed. Rohit and Gill openers, Virat number 3, Shreyas number 4, KL at 5, Hardik, Aksar at 6 and 7, Kuldeep at 8. Then we have Washi at 9. Of course, the batting order is different. Washi goes up. The reason I've written Washi as an option is Washi or the third seamer, the third proper bowler, depending on conditions. We are going to play. So that's the thing. Then we have Bumrah and Shami as our first picks. After this 11, the squad players would be Jaiswal as a backup opener, and one of Pant or Sanju Samson as the backup keeper and backup middle order batsman. Then from the bowling department, Siraj will be there, and the final seamer here is something where me and Pratik are of different opinions. Pratik has Prasid, I'm having Ashdeep. So that's the rounded squad 15 for the Champions Trophy 2025 from our side. So anything else,
so
Pratik?
I think that's pretty much it. And I think Champions Trophy is again, if we have all our players in like what we had during the World Cup, means it's almost the same 11 only. That the
Yeah,
11 that
same
started
11 with
against
a few changes.
that started in Afghanistan. Ashwin, of course, Ashwin retired. So whatever who started in against Afghanistan, I think we are pretty much the favorites. Given the this is in Asia and the amount of games that these people have played in Dubai, especially, I think we have a very good chance.
All our games are in Dubai. So that's also an added benefit for us that we'll be knowing those
But,
conditions very well compared to our
but the
opponents.
problem is if we are defending, you never know what happens after 7 p.m. in Dubai. The amount of dew, how much dew is going to come in, we never know that. That is a slight
Yeah,
problem, in my opinion. But that is
yeah.
fine because anywhere you play in the subcontinent, the dry conditions you are
Believe
going to
in
get.
Jesse bhai. Believe in
Yeah.
Jesse bhai. Hopefully
If he is
Bumrah
there,
is fit and ready.
yeah, yeah. If he is there, I think him and Shami, I think we have the best page duo currently.
Yeah.
So, do you see Mohammad Shami playing in the ODIs against England in the home
He
series?
has to. He has to. If he has to play the Champions Trophy for sure. I don't think they are going to pick him if he doesn't play. At least one of the 3 games he has to play to prove his fitness.
Just to get that match fitness, in, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely.
Because
He has to be there.
are we going to get any practice games this time? Because India will be stationed in Dubai and the other teams will be in Pakistan.
I
So,
think
are we
I
going to
think they should.
get any practice games?
I think they should. I think they should. And first of all, we are still not sure if Pakistan's planning is going to
Yeah,
go
the stadium
as they are
conditions are
planning.
really
If
bad. They are in
at
really
least as per the
limited
photos
in
that
capability.
have been circulating, photos and videos that have been circulating, doesn't look like Pakistan will get the whole tournament. But let's see. Let's see what happens.
Uh,
Yeah, with that note, I think we are good. And just to inform our viewers, Champions Trophy squad officially will be announced by I think 11th or 12th.
12th,
It could be
12th of
later
Jan
as well.
and but
12th is the 12th is the cutoff for the
initial draft,
provisional squad.
initial draft, yeah,
Yeah, just
and
that
then the
till 15th
final
February
squad is
we can make changes to the squad.
yeah 13th of February.
13th of February. So that's that. And hope you like this video. If you like this video, consider sharing it to your friends. Consider subscribing to our channel as well. We have got lots of content. Of course, after the BGT, we had taken a bit of a break because cricket was not on. And definitely, we'll be back with the England series and even the squad announcements as and when they happen. So, on that note, it's Sai and Pratik over there. We take leave from you. See you in the next one. Ciao.